Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's your brother Shuaib. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Just a quick reminder. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he told us, "Innamal a'malu binniyat," that your actions are judged by the intention. And وَإِنَّمَا لِكُلِّ إِمْرٍ مَا نَوَى, and whoever intended will get whatever they intended. So there is a reality in this hadith, there is a secret in this hadith. It's narrated by Umar radiallahu anhu, and many of the scholars say half of our deen is in this hadith. And what our ulama said about this is that our religion has an outward aspect and an inward aspect. The outward aspect is the actions that we do, the clothing that we wear, the way we speak to one another, the way we carry ourselves, our ritual prayers, all these other things. These are all outward things. But the reality of this deen, it's actually deeper than that. It's in the internal realms, and the beginning of it is the intention. It's the beginning of it, and it goes beyond. The beginning of purifying the intentions and working on the intentions is, of course, sincerity, and the whole matter is about sincerity. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمَا أُمِرُوا إِلَّا أَن يَعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ مُخْلِصِينَ لَهُ الدِّينَ, that they were not commanded to do anything except to worship Allah and be sincere in their deen towards Him. So now that people are home and they're reflecting, one of the things that we do in our deen is we constantly are looking inwards, and we're constantly turning back to see what is happening inside. What is my intentions? What am I thinking about? What is my motive behind my actions? And we're constantly renewing our intention for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And as a believer, Allah Azza wa Jal, He taught us the way of Ibrahim alayhi salam. In Ibrahim alayhi salam, he's quoted in the Quran to say, "Inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mamati lillahi rabbil alameen," that my prayer, my fasting, my life, my death, it's all for Allah. In other words, if you're a Muslim, you say, "I believe in Allah," and you're in the millah of Ibrahim alayhi salam, it's no longer about counting good deeds. You know, there are some people who are still counting good deeds and say, "I did so many good deeds and Allah is going to multiply it by this much." And so they have a hisab with Allah. But there's a level beyond hisab. There's a level beyond accounting with Allah. This is the level of Ibrahim alayhi salam, Khalil of Allah, and our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Habib of Allah, the beloved of Allah, the friend of Allah, where when you do a favor for your friend, you're not counting favors. You know, it's more than that. There's love between you. There's intimacy. There's connection between you. So for a believer to reach that level of ihsan means that you're no longer concerned about your good deeds. Rather, you do them because you love to do them for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that comes from something deep inside that's been firmly established. The sincerity, the ikhlas, the iman that's firmly established, that cannot be shaken. For those people, actions come easy, and there's no burden on them. It's not a burden upon them. But to reach that level, of course, we have to look inwards, and as we are sitting home and reflecting, Allah made it compulsory for us to reflect now. That's something to think about, inshallah. Be sending out small reminders like this. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and protect you and all your family. I didn't realize it was cold outside. I'm starting to shiver. But there's a lot of noise in the house with the kids, so it's easy to reflect when there's silence and there's stillness. And I think with this test that Allah has brought upon us, this is what most people are getting now, is that moment of silence and deep reflection. So just think about it, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.